Hello, this video will review how to use a question pool to create a quiz in D2L. And a question pool will allow you to create a quiz that has maybe 50 questions and it randomly gives each student 25. So that's what a question pool is. It is normally, it has been previously referred to as a random section. So there are two ways about going about this. So one is that you're in the quizzes area and you've already built quizzes. So you already have quizzes built, or you already have the quiz built, and you want it to be a random section. So in that case, we're going to go about things a little bit differently. The other assumption is that you have not built your quiz questions yet. You haven't done anything with the quiz yet in D2L. So, if you have not already built anything in D2L regarding your quiz or your quiz questions, when you build them in D2L, it's going to be best if you go to the quizzes area and you go to question library. Then you would come into your question library, choose new section, and I name it something related to the topic. So, I would name it something to the topic and then save that. And then you'll be able to come into that section and build your questions this way. So new, true, false, multiple choice question, etc., etc. So in this case, you're building them in the question library, which is going to make it easier for you to make a question pool. Now, say the case is that you are in the quizzes area and you have already built the quiz and it already has the quiz questions in it. In that case, it's fine. You don't have to build your questions in the quiz library because they've already been built. So now let's get started on actually building that quiz with the question pool. So we're going to build a new quiz. We want to start out with a new quiz. We're going to do new quiz. We're going to give it a title. And then we're going to add edit questions. So we're going to add in a question pool. And you can name this whatever you want to. I name it, what the name of the quiz is going to be. So chapters 1 and 2 question pool. Then I'm going to browse the question library. This is where that building the question in those sections in the question library comes into play. Because if I had built questions in that COVID-19 questions area, I'd be able to check those. So what it's doing here is it's letting me see the quiz questions in all of the quizzes I already have had built, as well as those in the question library. So I can come and I can actually click on this and it will expand out all the questions I have in there. So I can then cherry pick the ones I want, or if I want all of them, I just click the whole box and it pulls all of them. So maybe I want some from here, and I want these two from here, and then maybe I want all of them from here. So you can kind of cherry pick them that way. Then I add those in. And notice it's going to give me my total. So I have 67 questions to pick from. So maybe I want them to get 25 out of that 67, and I want them to be 1 point apiece. Then I will save. So at this point, I could continue to add questions and maybe even a whole nother question pool. Or at this point, I'm finished and I just go back to my settings. And you'll be able to see and know that your question pool is set up correctly because it will say, whatever you named it, and you'll see 25 out of 67, which means it's randomly pulling the 25 out of the 67. And then, of course, you want to continue on with setting up the rest of your quiz by going to the restrictions area and setting up the dates and the timing. And then you want to go ahead and connect it to an assessment so that you do the grading sandwich where you check these two boxes and connect it to a grade item. So you want to continue with the setup of your quiz. But again, this video focused mainly on how to put in that question poll.